The Ballyhoo Rally is different than anything else I've ever done. And the reason for it is when you pull up to a rally, you basically don't know anyone there unless one of your friends happens to be going on the rally as well. But by the end of it, with the way they build this rally, you feel like you have friends that you've known for years. But that's what makes this rally different. It's not just about the cars or driving fast. It's about creating an experience together and becoming friends. So this year, the rally did something a little different than last year, which was have pre-rally meetup to be able to get your decals put on, your car washed, get to know people a little bit more, and get that initial introduction out of the way. We even had a little friend begging for some pizza, which was a kind of cool, unique Florida experience. Overall, I think it was great. I got to meet quite a few people that were going to be on the rally with us, and it got the icebreaker out of the way before the rush of getting the driver's meeting and making sure everything was ready to go for the long road trip, like normally on the starting day. So after that, we headed off to the hotel and met up with some of the friends we had from last year's rally and had a drink, and then went to bed because we wanted to get up, rested, ready to go for the long day ahead. So day one of the rally, pull up to St. Pete Distillery, line up. Those of us that didn't get our stickers put on the night before were busy putting their stickers on. Everybody was super excited, even though they didn't really know each other yet. Like I said, some of us met each other, others of us had not. There were confetti cannons and silly string and just nice little pranks going on, and everybody was really excited to get this started because we knew with how this rally gets built, it was going to be a lot of fun, and we were all going to be together for the entirety of it and really get to hang out and get to know each other. Once everyone was there, we had the driver's meeting. In the driver's meeting, because of me last year not liking all those pranks I just talked about, they gave us a chance in the driver's meeting, besides saying it's not a race, we're here for enjoyment. We're going to have a police escort out of town. So the policeman gave us their breakdown on how it was going to work. And then they said, anyone who doesn't want to participate in the pranks, raise your white flag, or however you want to go about letting everyone know you're not participating, go ahead. So I immediately shot my hand up and said, hey guys, I think they're hilarious. I don't want to do them though. Please don't get confetti all over my car. It's got lots of vents and stuff that could suck it in, and I just don't want to deal with it. The cops led us onto the road, blocking traffic lights and on-ramps and off-ramps, and they shut down a giant chunk of the freeway. Just us and then our escort on the freeway. It was really unique. We drove a little bit slower, which was totally fine because it was such a cool experience to be able to just be us on the freeway driving out of town. So we headed out to a place called Leadfoot City. They have drag strips, they have a little street track, they have like off-road stuff. They have just about everything you can imagine. They set up a little street course for us. We got there, we all lined up. They had a little timed course for us, so they did the little parade lap kind of thing to show us the track. GT3 RS, shockingly, won the track event. I don't think anyone was surprised at all. And then we had a catered lunch there, which was also included. There was, lots of conversations, a lot of bonding, a lot of getting to know each other even more, and getting more comfortable with each other, and just growing together more as a group, enjoying each other's company. Headed off, taking some back roads, and having a great time driving to a gas station for a takeover, which are always fun. Everybody else that's not included in our group usually have a great time because it goes from a regular day at a gas station to 30 cars that are all pretty fun cars to look at. And so usually Lots of people coming to take pictures, trying to figure out what you're doing and stuff. But after the gas station takeover, we took a lot of back roads again, having a really good time. Everyone kind of separates into packs that are driving at the speed and style in which we want to. Cruise through some really unique roads to the hotel in St. Augustine, where we had a happy hour that actually Key Smart, my business, sponsored. And then from there, we had a trolley ride going around historic St. Augustine and learning the history of it, which was really cool. And then dinner. It's included. It's, again, another way for you to relax after a long day's driving. You kind of got to know some people in a more relaxed environment, get together and talk about families and life and all, if you own a business, any of that stuff. It was all part of their first day of really getting us kind of get to know each other and relax a little bit more around each other, to be that group, which is so unique with this because it's not just friend groups splintering off and doing their own dinners. And day 2 started at a car museum. They opened up for us, let us look through their stuff. We had some breakfast. They shared the itinerary with us and kind of a breakdown on what we're doing, how it's going to work for day 2. From that point, we all took off for a short trip to Buc-ee's. And if you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it is a giant gas station with over 100 gas pumps, and the inside of the store, the convenience store, sells everything. As we are getting back out of Buc-ee's and everyone's getting lined up, it starts to pour. And because of that, last year taught me my wonderful car here does not do great in the rain. So I thought my speeds were going to have to be reduced greatly. So we took off a few minutes early, like maybe 30 minutes early, to try to get a head start so that we weren't too far behind for the whole thing. And it worked out pretty good. Took off and went to a shooting range, which it was for lunch. You didn't have to participate in the shooting, but if you wanted to, they had an assortment of different options for you, and ammo was included. Then we had our lunch. It's really something, those types of things, that I can't express enough how unique it is and how amazing it is that the rally goes through the painstaking task of finding different routes for you, finding restaurants for you, finding all this stuff that can accommodate the size of group we have, but also be open enough to let us kind of move around and talk to each other and bond and create friendships. And that is what I'm looking for when I go to one of these. I don't really care how fast we drive, who's got what expensive car. It's all about people and sharing a common thing, which is love of vehicles. Hop in the cars and head to get to our hotel in West Palm Beach. By the time we got to the hotel, everybody else was kind of getting to the hotel as well. Not too bad. I had to make another gas stop along the way, mostly because this thing has a tiny, tiny tank. We had a little time. Some people went to the beach. Some people went to the pool and hung out. We did a little beach, a little hanging out with our friends. There was a whiskey tasting for those of us that enjoy that kind of thing, where a couple people brought some stuff and we all got to sip on it and enjoy it and spend 45 minutes or so. I get to meet the last few people probably I hadn't met yet during all the days stuff and talk to them. At the dinner was pretty cool. They had some awards for people, and the people who've done all 3 of the Ballyhoos now got together and gave Alex and Maya, the people who organized it, an award for just doing such a great job. And then we were kind of free to do what we want. They did provide a lounge area with some poker and cigars, wine and beer and soft drink type of thing, where we could all get together and still hang out. And I think everybody did. They did such a good job throughout the 2 days of starting us as mostly strangers and bringing us along with the events, to become more comfortable with each other, to becoming friends with each other, to wanting to hang out, just be around the people you've done this cool thing with. And that's why next year and the year after, as long as they keep hosting this, I will be a member of it, and as much as I can, be a sponsor. I don't really have anything negative to say about any part of it, other than Florida's weather got me a couple times, but that's Florida in September. And for next year, I've already decided I'm taking a different car, so if they have a track day or something like that, I can participate in it a little more without worrying about damaging something that is the value of this one. We're going to build it together on this channel. We'll do community polls and kind of, as a group together, grow this car and make it sort of my flagship for the channel. So my goal is to, for the next 3 years or so, we're going to own one each year. and kind of just build it together for the year, calling it the One and Done series. At the end of it, I'll give you my 1-year review, and the very next episode will be the next car for the next year. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the rally, but it was an absolute amazing time, and everyone involved, I had an amazing time. Feel free to mention in the comments if you went and what your thoughts of it were. If not, what do you think of rallies? If you would ever want to participate in one, and if so, what it is you would be looking to do on them. And that's all I got on this one. I'll see you on the next one.